are back. Oh, sorry, I took your line.
No, I didn't have a line.
Tyler Gillespie is joining us here in the kitchen from St. Elmo's, and I am so excited to try what you have here. Can you explain this beauty?
I would love to explain this beauty. Okay, so as we all know, a big event coming up this weekend, the Rihanna concert. I think there's something else going on around it, but we're going to talk appetizers today for the occasion. So we're gonna have some meatballs today. So if you go to St. Elmo Foods, we have this wonderful recipe for some of the best meatballs you'll ever have. There's pork in there, there is veal in there, there's a little bit of beef. But if you're like me, and there's no chance that you would be able to execute those correctly, I bought the frozen ones right out of the frozen food aisle. The reason I did that is because we are going to spice them up a little bit with our root beer glaze from St. Elmo. Ooh,
yum.
yes, so the trick here is to buy the cheap meatballs, but buy the good sauce, and then they will look and taste expensive.
Okay,
Don't
and
we
you
love
made
that?
it so pretty too.
Yeah,
That's
just a little bit of parsley right on top. But you get the root beer glaze. Now this is the exact sauce that we use in our restaurants. We use it for our grilled slab bacon appetizer. So it makes a great marinade. You can make ribs with it, all sorts of things. But the meatballs is a really easy way to execute it. So you get a little bit of maple in there. You'll get that root beer, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I'm buying this.
Yeah. It makes the cheap meatball taste like it wasn't cheap, right?
Maybe I'll just take this one.
There you go. There you go. Somebody get that?
Wow.
Yeah. But, you know, once you have a great appetizer, you need something to wash it down with.
Yeah. Those are fantastic.
Yeah. Not
They're
bad, right?
so good.
Yeah. Really good.
I can taste the root beer slightly. Oh, it's just so good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it. Sweet, savory.
All the things you like.
All the things you want in a meatball.
Well,
I'm going to eat them all before we take any pictures of them.
No, it's totally fine. We got more. When you buy the cheap meatballs, you can just keep them coming.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so we're actually going to make a drink as well. So we have our ready-to-pour espresso martini. As most of you know, the espresso martini is hugely popular right now. One of the most popular martinis and drinks out there. So when we've made the process even easier, we've actually put it right in a bottle ready to go. So this has got vodka in there. Then it's going to have a little bit of vanilla. There's some coffee extract. So there's not any added caffeine to it, so it's not going to quite give you that jolt. And the reason that's perfect is you can use it as an after-dinner drink if you want, or if you want that little extra kick, you can add some cold brew or some coffee or some espresso to it. You know, if you're going out, that's the way you want to go. But if you're trying to have an after-dinner drink, then you can just do it regular.
And I love just the whole series of these St. Elmo cocktails where everything's all in. We had the old-fashioned. We've had the cherry flavored bourbon. I guess you might want to mix that with Coke or something.
Sure.
But these are, it's just so simple just to be able to pour it in a glass and not have to be measuring stuff.
We've really streamlined the entire process for you. So if you don't have a bartender at home, but you still kind of want that craft cocktail experience, we've made it pretty easy for you. And we're actually going to spice this one up just a little bit, add a little bit of flair, and we're going to do it with a caramel rim. So just an easy way to kind of make it a little bit more fancy. So you can try that one.
You gave it to me first.
Still
on your intervention.
Yeah. Well, we cut them off after the last one. So if you do just a really slight caramel rim on this, there you go. Depending on how messy you want to get it.
That's the perfect touch.
Not bad,
the little bit of caramel is the perfect touch.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a trick for how? I feel like if I did this, the caramel would be going on the outside of the cup. Is there a trick for that?
It actually might be on the outside of the cup.
No,
I don't know if I
it's not.
executed that. Is it not? Hey, there you go. All right.
On the inside,
I'd like to act like that was a professional maneuver on my part, but I think that might have just been luck.
Okay, so just be really lucky like Tyler. And
Yeah.
But you
got to be good enough to know when you've been lucky.
Right. And then, of course, for the espresso martini, the perfect garnish, 3 espresso beans right on top.
That is so pretty.
Yeah.
And I am a coffee lover. The older I get, the more I depend on it.
Right.
And honestly, I depend on it when I'm going out because by 8 p.m., I'm done. So
true.
I like knowing that I can mix this with something caffeinated. I know you said caffeine's not really in it, but you can add caffeine to it.
Yeah, you can add caffeine to it. So if you have
alcohol
cold brew
makes me tired now, so this would be a good.
Oh yeah, it works. Yeah.
I got a dumb question on the espresso martini. Is there any vermouth in that mixture?
There is no vermouth in the espresso
all right,
martini.
good.
Yeah, good question. Though. Good question. Yeah. No vermouth in the espresso martini. Thank goodness.
My old man used to say that you don't actually ever want to put vermouth in a martini. You just want to say the word vermouth to the vodka.
I was just going to ask,
Yes.
did you just want to say vermouth?
Just maybe, It classes it up a bit when you say vermouth.
I like saying vermouth. I like saying ceviche. That's another word I like.
If you're ever in a bar and you ask for an espresso martini and you see the bartender reach for vermouth, just leave. Just leave that bar immediately. You don't want anything to do with that place. Yeah, that's no good.
Hey, we're going to continue to sip our cocktails and eat our meatballs, and we hope you will stick around and check out today's offer from America's Steals and Deals.